favorite. Now, Jackson, I know you've been a little off and on here at the Speedway, but what does it feel like to be back here at your home track?
Oh, it's a good feeling for sure. I've got to give glory to God first off, and thanks to all my sponsors, FHR team, everyone who's supporting us. We've got a good piece this weekend. I think we just put a few of the puzzle pieces, you know, kind of in the wrong direction starting off. So I know we've got a good race car. I know we've got a car to win tonight. So we're just going to have to go our way, and hopefully everything falls into line.
Now, obviously, the heat is a big story today, Jackson. How are you battling those conditions, and how do you think the things are going to change coming this time?
The biggest thing is just not to make adjustments in the heat. So, you know, as long as you don't adjust to the heat and adjust to, you know, what's later in the night, you're in good shape.
Thanks, Jackson. Yeah, thanks, guys. Here with your top qualifier right now, Chase Johnson. Chase, you guys always seem to have that speed in qualifying. Where do you think you guys set at for the race?
Man, we've been working hard, you know. I've came so close so many times, led a bunch of laps this whole entire year. We've been working hard this week, tested Thursday, Friday, you know, getting this thing tuned in just as good as we can, you know. I think we got a really good car. It was a little snug in qualifying, so I think it's going to turn out pretty good in the race. So I'm looking forward to it, trying to knock it off tonight.
Guys, I'm here with Hunter Wright, put out a top 5 time here in qualifying for the Pro Late Model feature later today. Now, Hunter, you guys have had some up and down weeks through all year, it seems like. What's it like getting this good qualifying result, and what do you think you have for the race?
The best we've been on these tires. We've just struggled really badly on these new ST2s. Not really too sure why. It seems like we're really having problems with consistency with them. We didn't feel like we were very good in practice, but picked it up a lot in qualifying. We feel like our tire temps and builds and everything look pretty good for the long run in practice, so hopefully we can get it done in the race tonight.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Well, Gio, you set the quick time, but you got a long night tonight. What's it going to take to bring home that checkered flag?
Yeah, you know, just got to be smart and take care of it for 100 laps. You know, we got a fast car, and I think balance is really good for the long run. So can't thank all the Donnie Wilson guys enough for, you know, bringing me such a fast car. And, you know, they worked so hard for me, so I'm going to try my best to pull off the win tonight.
It's 22 car, your fast time here tonight at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Yeah, guys, just got an update with Austin Wilson's crew. He came down to pit road. A lot of smoke coming out of the engine bay, but turns out they had some kind of a brake issue. Overheating in the race car, and unfortunately, they're taking behind the wall.
Let's put it down to pit road.
Yeah, guys, I got John Bolin here. Obviously, it looked like you guys had that right front go down, but what happened from your perspective?
Yeah, you know, just we was just kind of trying to ride, and got a little rub on the right front earlier with a little bit of vineyard rubbing from some guys, just normal racing, and it kept smoking. I told them it cleared up. I thought it clearanced itself, and got quite, you know, kind of clear in there of the car for about 10 laps, and all of a sudden went in 3, and I just felt it go down and just on for the ride.
So we'll have that in a moment as we go talk to Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, guys, down here with Brett Robinson. First, Brett, are you okay, and what happened out there?
Yeah, I'm great. First and foremost, I just want to thank my sponsors, Hypercars, Boulder Supply, Nova Motorsports, Brandon Oakley Race Cars, everybody that helps us, Josh, my crew chief, Todd Robinson, spotter, Jim Robinson. I want to thank everybody because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. But, you know, it's frustrating. We didn't change anything on the front end settings of this car or the rear end settings of this car from when we were here at Battle at Broadway or whatever it was called. Went 125 laps in that race, and after 45 laps, our right front's coming apart. So you tell me what makes sense on that other than just very inconsistent tires. And that's unfortunate, especially when, you know, there's a million other things that go on here that you got to do and put together, and all the pieces you got to put together to be fast. And then to have just tires that just are so inconsistent. That's all I can really say about it.
Glad to see Brett's okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to throw it down the pitch real quick. Murph?
Yeah, I'm here with John Bradley. John, we saw some debris blind down there on the front stretch. Can you describe what happened?
Well, I spun to avoid the 91 when he spun 3 and 4. I guess in the process, I broke a drive shaft, and I just drove until it broke.
Let's go to pit road.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here with Stacy Crane, involved in one of those last cautions. Now, Stacy, I know that had to be a rough situation, but what happened out there from your perspective?
Oh, well, I mean, we come off of 2, and they made it 3 wide. And what I could tell is the 95 got me in the right rear, turned me into the wall. So he ran me in the wall earlier. I'm not sure what was going on there, but, you know, running that night, we're all back in the very back, so no need and all that stuff right there.
Glad to see Stacy Crane's okay, guys. Yeah, guys, just talking with George Phillips' crew. A lot of just upset faces there in the camp of the 55. They've had tire problems all year long, and that seems to be what's going on now. George Phillips getting really tight. Let's throw it down to pit road. Dawson Sutton out of the race car. Dawson, you came into this year hoping to finally break through in the pro late models to get that win. Now you have 2 to your name just this year. How's it feel?
Oh yeah, it feels great. You know, Rackley War Team gave me a great car this weekend. You know, doing the double, so it's going to be a long night. This is only the first one, so we're getting ready to do another 100. So fortunately, we have a good starting spot, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You guys think you got the race car to beat in this next race coming up? You got 100 more laps. You think you can do it?
Yeah, I think we can. I think we got a really good long-run car, and I'm really looking forward to it. You know, first super race here, so it's definitely going to be a new learning experience.
Dawson Sutton, your winner in the pro late models. Well, guys, I'm here with second place finisher Corey Doozer. Corey, you drove all the way up through the field. And I'll admit, I gave you some bad luck. I gave you that bad draw when you drew 8th, but you drove all the way up through the field, got to second. What more did you need to get past Sutton?
It was really just between me and Dawson. I felt like at the end, like there was that last restart where we had a couple games and it came back a couple times, and I felt like me and Dawson were the 2 quickest, and whoever got really through the field the first was going to get it. And it's tough to pass, and this is it's just a hard racetrack, and Dawson's fast and their whole Rackley War team. So yeah, I just felt like we needed to be in front of Dawson at the end of that restart.
Corey Doozer brings it home second here at the fairgrounds.
And for Corey Doozer, you still see the smiles there. He's happy to finish there in that second spot for him and that team.
Well, guys, I'm here with third place finisher Hunter Wright. Hunter, this feels like the best race you guys have been able to put together all year. Seems like everything just went right. You have led some laps, but you fell back at the end. What more did you need to hopefully get that win?
Yeah, it was our best race here of the year for sure. These tires, they really threw us for a loop. Like I said earlier, it seems like they're just really inconsistent. I think we got a good set tonight, had a good run, just not quite good enough. Needed a little bit more turn there at the end to keep up with them, but wound up third. So at this point tonight, that's a good finish for us, our best race here of the year for sure.
Local favorite Hunter Wright brings it home third here at the fairgrounds.
And it's always great to see him be able to rebound. We know how good of a driver. But before we go green, we want to talk about what's going on pit road.
Well, guys, there's going to be plenty of action throughout this race. If the Pro Late race was any indicator, this race is going to be just as chaotic. Now, there's a lot of guys in this field who could contend for the win tonight. You've got Bubba Pollard, you've got Steven Nassy, you've got some of the young talents all across the nation, and William Sawalich, Gio Ruggiero, who are also in this race and looking to break through with another win here at the fairgrounds. But one guy who I'm looking at, I'll go ahead and tell you, Michael Hind in that 69 car. They actually had a car to, well, blow up, for lack of a better term. Their primary car blew up yesterday during practice. So they didn't get much practice time, but they pulled out their backup car, had some good speed off the truck. I would look for them to try to make a drive through the field.
Early race drama with only, get this, Jonathan, 5 laps in as we send it down to pit road.
Yeah, guys, definitely a little bit of disagreement. Definitely could have been some payback here with the 69 car on Michael Hind, or rather against him. They look like they're going to be trying to get this car back out here, though. Doesn't look like too bad a damage. They're going to make a little bit of an air pressure adjustment on the left front tire. But the goal is ultimately going to be to get the 69 car back on the racetrack. Yeah, guys, I talked to the Dylan Fetcho Racing camp, and they gave a thumbs up. They said Dylan's all good right now in the race car, that things are going fine. It made a little contact with the outside wall there off turn 2 on that last restart, but right now he said he's flowing fine. Nothing feels broken, and they're going to keep rolling with the race car. Yeah, guys, I'm here with Gio Ruggiero. Gio, what happened out there on the racetrack? Because it looked like you had a pretty hard hit, and are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I must have ran something over, or I don't know. Just blew a right front tire going into one. Just bad luck, man. We had a really fast car, and I was really just riding around. So I think we could have won the race for sure. Sucks.
Got to see Gio okay and out of the race car, guys.
So Gio Ruggiero, I think right before we lost.
I'm here with Michael Hind. Michael, I know you had a couple incidences that led you guys to ultimately retiring from the race, but what's your perspective from it all?
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't qualify as good as I wanted to. We had a problem with our car yesterday, so we pulled out the backup car. Not something you want to do at the end of practice yesterday. So I felt like we didn't get enough practice with this car and didn't qualify the greatest. And then had a few racing incidents at the beginning of the race. Everybody knows how that is. I mean, when you race with somebody like that, everybody who races against it knows. And then noticed in the pro race, had a few right front tires blown, and we were always worried about it in the super race, but we felt like it was pretty early on. My car started fading. I didn't think I had a tire problem, but then the right front tire blew and we ended up in the wall.
Michael Hind out of the race here tonight.
Down to victory lane, and Ryan Murphy.
Casey Roderick climbing out of the race car. after they finally broke through this year in victory lane. Casey, I know you guys have been fighting so hard all year to put this thing in victory lane. You've been so consistent all season. What does it mean to come back to this place, to the fairgrounds where you have so much history?
Yeah, it feels good to come back here and get a win. It's been a while for a super win, and man, what awesome day. We worked really hard in practice, just getting the feel I need, and we've been searching that feel everywhere we go. Just we've been so close, but just haven't pulled it off yet. And tonight was a good night. I started feeling that right rear go. I mean, not the right rear, but the right front. I had really good drive all night. I think that's what saved us.
You're a second-place finisher, Stephen Nassy. Stephen, you were driving your heart out there to try to run down Casey. What more did you need to get to that win?
Man, it was just I just couldn't. The car was bouncing a little bit too much off of 4, and I got a little bit tight through 1 and 2, and that set us back. We got to get better qualifying. I got to do better qualifying. Starting there so far back is just really what's killing us. I felt like we did have one of the better cars. I just kind of had to push my right front a little bit more than I would have liked trying to get to the field. And just like Pensacola, it took longer to get back through than I was expecting. So it was, they made me work for it. You know, Casey, he's been, runner-up or third, on the podium and hasn't been able to pull off that win. So I know how that feels for them, and so congratulations to those guys. Just we were a little bit off, but everybody did such a good job. My dad, Tom, Mark, Greg, Chris, everybody, Colin, Caleb, and Junior over there. So everybody that puts a hand on this race car, we get better and better each week, and I'm telling you, we're really going to start winning some races in a row. He made me work for it tonight. I want to take all the time to thank my sponsors. Mitch Smith, Bam, Tate's Crab Shack, Egco, Bell Racing, Strange Oval, 5-Star, Hamke. Without all these guys, it wouldn't be possible to get to the racetrack. And then, like I said, my parents, such a big part of it. And, we're going to try to get better. We're going to do our best and just keep working. That's all we can do.
Stephen Nassy with a hard-fought second-place finish here tonight at the fairgrounds.
Stephen wants to win it.
Yeah, guys, here with third-place finisher Bubba Pollard. Bubba, we were looking back at your race car right now. I noticed that big dent in the side of the door. This was a hard-fought third-place finish for you guys.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse than what it was. We just, at 14, missed a shift or something there. Couldn't go on the restart there, and luckily we made it through. But, man, I just can't thank these Freight 8 racing guys enough. Ricky Turner, Will, just all of them for giving me the opportunity to come race and give me a good race car. The driver didn't do their part tonight, and just wasn't aggressive enough on those restarts and just lost too many positions. We had a good long run car, and we knew that. We just I didn't do a very good job putting us in position, so I cost us a shot at it, or at least not a second place finish. So part of it will move on, but yeah, just like I said, I can't thank these guys enough for allowing me to do this.
Bubba Pollard with a hard-fought third place finish here tonight.